Are these the best wireless earbuds you can buy? Let's find out. Dave Taylor here, and this time I'm not looking at dental floss, though it looks deceptively like it. I'm looking at the Apple AirPods, and they come in this really cool little charging container. You open it up, you pull out the AirPods, one goes in each ear. Let's put this down. And this one goes in my right ear, this one goes in my left ear, and as soon as I put them in, there are all these sensors, so I've already heard this chime, and it's already paired with my phone. Not only that, as you can see on the phone, it shows me the charge level, both for the charging unit and for the AirPods themselves. Now, let me tell you, the charging and all the interface and interaction is really where this gets really slick, because it's really well designed. Even to initially pair it, all you have to do is literally put this near a phone and open it up. And then the phone will automatically see these, recognize that they're AirPods, and give you a one-tap pairing. Now, when I say the phone, I mean the iPhone. These are an Apple product, and they're very much designed to work in the Apple ecosystem. For example, if you lose one of these, you can actually use Find My iPhone, or I think that's what they call it now, and it actually tracks the location of your earbuds. So that's pretty slick. Of course, that also suggests that people have complained that they've lost individual units, but so it goes. You put one in and you can have mono, you put both in and you have stereo. So if you want to use it for a phone call, and each of the two earbuds actually has its own microphone, very slick design. If you want to use it for a phone call and you want to just use one, you can do that. And they have this really fancy microphone technology, so in fact, they sound great on the other end. I've been making phone calls with these, and there's some issues with the AirPods that I'll get to in a minute or two, but for making phone calls, these are fantastic. And again, it's as easy, if you get a call coming in, it's as easy as doing this, and you're ready to roll, and you can double tap, and that actually brings up Siri. You can see here on my phone, it's now in Siri mode. And so that's a little funky because you don't have the ability to like tap to get to the next track or tap to pause or anything. There's a little bit of configuration you can do, not much. But Apple's expectation is you do everything through Siri. Now, I find that a little awkward because I'm often in an environment where I don't really want to be talking to my AirPods or earbuds. I want to just have things happen silently. Now, rumor has it in iOS 11 that there's a lot more configuration and customization you can do with your AirPods in terms of behaviors, and you can have different left and right taps and everything. We'll see. For now, it's kind of a one-trick pony, and what I've read from a lot of people is that this is really sort of like the Siri gateway drug. And so they're really fun earpods, they're really easy. The whole way that they interact with the iPhone and the Mac and with any iOS devices is remarkably elegant. It even works with your Apple Watch. How cool is that? But here's the reality. The reality is that for all of that, they're not really great sounding. In fact, they don't sound much better than the regular wired earbuds that you get with your phone or with any other iOS device. So I think the issue there is that they don't have ear tips, so you don't have any way to adjust how much of your ear canal is being covered. So what I've found is that in a really quiet environment, they sound really nice, though not a lot of bass. But as soon as I get into a loud environment, then I'm really missing my active noise cancellation, and I'm really missing my proper headphones that cover my ears. And so it's a mixed bag, you know, and the way it's designed with the charging base, they've cunningly made sure you can't possibly use any third-party anything. Even if you were to put a little cover over the ear tip, as some people sell on Amazon, every single time you go to put it in the charging unit, you have to take that off. That's a pain in the booty. Now, to be fair, there are some things that are really cool about it. So each time I pull these out, I've got 5 hours of charge approximately. And this little unit actually can charge it up to 6 times, which means you can run for 24 hours without ever needing any additional power. When you do need more power, there's a lightning connector on the bottom. Now, Apple says that 15 minutes in this gives you 3 hours on these. So there's a lot about this to really like, and it's really easy if you're on the train and you realize you have to go through the station and you don't want to blow your eardrums out. You just put them back in here to store them, and by the time you pull them out again, they're fully charged again. How is that not something to like? All super elegant. I really enjoy the way that Apple thinks through all the engineering of everything. It uses AAC, not the more common aptX, and that's because AAC is an Apple protocol, and the idea is that instead of just being generic Bluetooth device, it actually gives you more expanded dynamic range, so the music should sound better. But again, my experience with the audio quality on this is, I don't know, maybe a B. Not great. If you're in a really quiet environment, maybe a work environment, or you're studying, then these can work really well. And of course, the interaction with Siri and the phone calls are terrific. But if you're in any sort of noisy environment with any sort of background, these might not be the product for you. Now, all else I have to tell you is the price, but before I do that, let me ask you, please go ahead and click that subscribe button so we can stay in touch. Cool. Now, Apple AirPods with 5-hour charge per pair and everything. How much would you pay for these? Well, they're kind of spendy. They're $159. And they're a little hard to get a hold of. So here's what I found is that if you go onto apple.com, $159, there's about a 4-week waiting period. So what I did is I went to bestbuy.com and I ordered them there, and with regular shipping they were at my doorstep 4 days later. So not sure why people still complain about availability. Best Buy seems to have plenty of these in their warehouse. So you can choose where you like to purchase them, but these are the Apple AirPods. I am Dave Taylor, and I'll catch you in my next video.